Hi friends! I am so sorry I haven't been on here in like forever. So much has been going on and I really need to update you guys on all that. But as you can tell in the title, this is going to be a different kind of video. Tomorrow morning I am getting a colonoscopy and endoscopy. I'm getting these procedures done because I have been having persistent blood in the stool, nausea, and pain after eating. So my doctor said that this needs to get checked out, so that's what I'm doing. It is about 10 o'clock at night right now. I started my colon prep around 7, and I've actually gotten a lot finished. It's disgusting. I've been having a hard time drinking it, but I've been using here, let me grab my cup. I've been using this cup with a straw, and it's a rubber straw, save the turtles. I actually have a turtle on my shirt. Anyways, drinking this stuff in a cup with a straw has helped me out so much. I first started drinking it without the straw, and it was going by really slow, and like I could barely do it. So once I got the straw, it helped. I feel like it allows you to suck in a lot more at once, so you can finish it faster. So if you are getting a colonoscopy, I suggest drinking the colon prep with a straw, and keeping it cold. Keeping it at a cold temperature helps the taste too, even though it's disgusting no matter what. Keeping it cold is good. I will update you guys throughout the process. Like I said, oh, there's my cat. Like I said, it's 10 o'clock right now. I have stopped drinking it, and I will finish drinking it from 3 in the morning to 5 in the morning. My procedure is at 7, and it has to be, the colon prep has to be finished by 5 a.m., 2 hours before the procedure. So I'm going to try to sleep from about 10 to 3, or I probably won't be able to sleep much because the colon prep is going to hit and I'm going to spend most of my night in the bathroom. So hopefully I'll get a few hours of sleep. I will try to do a vlog before I leave for the hospital, and I'll update you guys on how the colon prep has affected me. I've gone to the bathroom a couple of times, but it hasn't really done much. I do feel very bloated, which is normal. I'm also lightheaded and dizzy, but that's because I've been on a clear liquid diet since 7 o'clock this morning. Haven't been able to eat all day. I think I had like some chicken broth, and that's been about it. So I'm definitely hungry. I've been having a lot of water. And like I said, I don't know how this colon prep is going to fully affect me, so I actually have a puke bucket just in case I throw up. Some people do, some people don't. Obviously, this is my first time ever having a colonoscopy. Usually 20-year-olds don't need a colonoscopy, but I do. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get some sort of answers. Like I said, I'm also getting the endoscopy, so they're gonna do the colonoscopy, which is the camera goes up my rectum to check out my colon and all that fun stuff, and then the endoscopy is going to go down my throat to check my esophagus and other things in that region. I also have this nice heating blanket because, like I said, it's hurting my stomach, so I'm putting that on my stomach to help keep the bloating to go down or whatever. I'm so out of it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I'm tired. I can't sleep because of this and haven't ate, so I'm out of it. I can't wait for all of this to be over with, but for now, I'm doing what I gotta do. And yeah, I will update you all around 5 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is about 5 o'clock in the morning. I slept from about 1 to 3 and then woke up at 3 and completely finished my colon prep on designated time. Thank goodness. So that is all done. I definitely feel completely empty. We will be leaving in about an hour. My boyfriend's gonna come pick me and my mom up, and we're gonna drive about 45 minutes to the hospital to get the IV in and all that and begin the procedure. The colon prep, it tastes bad, but it really wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Also, didn't need to use my puke bucket. I was so happy about that because I hate throwing up. I don't think anybody enjoys that. But luckily, the colon prep did its job and, didn't make me throw up. So, I will try my best to try to get some sort of video while I am in the hospital. I know that they're gonna drug me, so not quite sure how that will affect me. But I will try to get different bits and pieces in to keep all of you all updated and to let people out there, if you're ever gonna have a colonoscopy in the future, hopefully this video will be informative for you all and you can just kind of use my tips and tricks on trying to make the drinking process of it better. I'm not worried about the procedure. I know that that will be fine. The worst part is the colon prep. And honestly, it wasn't that bad, especially if you keep it cold and use a straw. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. So here I am getting ready for my colonoscopy and endoscopy. I have my IV in. I have my boyfriend and mother with me, my designated drivers. And we're just waiting for Dr. Das to come in. And then Dr. Das to shove a camera up my butt and down my throat. Hi guys. The procedure went really good yesterday. Whatever they gave me knocked me out. I slept all day yesterday and I'm just now waking up. I do have some throat pain. It just kind of feels like a regular sore throat, so it's nothing bad. And then of course, I do have some stomach pain on both sides of my stomach, but that's normal. During the procedure, they do conscious sedation, so they drugged me, but I was awake, and I do remember the procedure, especially the colonoscopy. It wasn't uncomfortable at all, and I actually asked them if I could watch the screen because I just wanted to. It's not every day you get to look inside your body, so they were like, really? And I was like, yeah, like I really want to watch, like I want to watch the screen. So they moved it to where I could see it, which was super cool. I didn't know what the heck I was looking at, and I was pretty out of it, but it was cool to see the whole thing. The colonoscopy went good. Everything looked fine, but they went ahead and took some biopsies, just in case there's something going on that they can't visibly see. And then the endoscopy, which they actually did first, that went really good too. I had oxygen on me the whole time. They put this kind of like mouth guard in that kept my mouth open, and then they shoved the tube down my throat. I probably felt it during the procedure, but I don't remember it, so it wasn't uncomfortable. They put a rag over my eyes, so I don't really know why they did that. Maybe because they didn't think I would want to see the screen. But it was kind of nice and relaxing. The room was dark and they were just doing their thing. And it went by quick and smooth. But the endoscopy is where they found that I have 2 ulcers in my stomach and a bunch of erosions. And so they're not quite sure exactly what's causing that. But they went ahead and put me on some new medication that I will take 30 minutes before I eat anything to hopefully stop any more ulcers from happening. And this is why I get bloated after eating, and this is why I get not very nauseous. So we know why, eating has been so difficult for me, but we don't know where these ulcers and stuff came from. Usually stress causes it, but they're actually looking for a certain bacteria that causes ulcers in the stomach and in the area that they found it. Um, Erosions are just kind of like baby ulcers, but they could turn into much bigger holes. So hopefully the medication that I'm taking will help prevent that. And then hopefully the biopsies will show more, and maybe we'll get like a solid diagnosis and treatment plan going on. They said that the ulcers and stuff could cause blood in my stool, but they're not 100% sure. So that's why they went ahead and took biopsies from my colon because it looked fine, but it's not really functioning fine. So it'll probably be a few weeks, I'm assuming, for me to get any type of information, but the process itself was super easy. And whenever they called to schedule me, they asked, like, do you want to do morning, afternoon? And I was like, put me in very first slot, which was 7 in the morning. So when we got there, I was the very first person there. Like, the waiting room was empty. It was me, my boyfriend, and my mom. And it was smooth, quick. We went into a room, they put the IV in me, and then I was in there for maybe 30 minutes. I had to change into a gown and stuff, and then they sent me to the operating room. Um, the colonoscopy and endoscopy together, I think it was about an hour or under an hour. I was so drugged afterwards. They couldn't wake me up. I was asleep. I actually slept the whole day, but they had to get me in my wheelchair and wheel me out. And I do remember when coming out into the waiting room, you had like to exit the waiting room, that the place was packed. I mean, there was a lot of people there. So if you're going to order or if you're going to need to get a colonoscopy or endoscopy done, I suggest that you try to be the very first person, or else you're probably going to have to wait a really long time. And that would just suck and make your nerves worse. I knew that the procedure was going to be fine, but I was nervous just because, you don't like, I don't know, I just don't like things like that. But it's kind of been my life lately, which that's fine. But I'm happy. I'm happy that they actually found something. Um, I was honestly expecting them just to say, you're fine. And then I would just continue my life not being able to eat and having blood in my stool. But yeah, it wasn't a bad experience, and good luck to anyone out there who's gonna end up having one. And I will update you guys once I get those biopsy results back to see what all is actually going on. And yeah.